as far as Bloodshot goes, it was a pretty generic type of like movie. It reminded me of a movie that probably should have came out in the early 2000s when like the comic book movie, actually good comic book movies were actually just coming into play and starting off and everything else. It puts me in the same mind frame as closely. You could put it in the lineup with like Daredevil and Elektra and all that stuff. But it's not totally bad, in my opinion. It's not totally bad. But this movie is about a soldier who is killed in combat and is brought back through a tech company that put these nanites in his body and makes him basically superhuman to where he can heal from any gunshot wound. It makes him like stronger, faster, and all that stuff. The typical superhero type of tropes and everything else. And so there is kind of like this thing surrounding his memory and everything else that the company may or may not be holding from him, and he starts to have to like find out what's really going on, what's true and what's not, what's real and what's fake and everything else. So, but I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as bad as everybody else thought it was. I thought it was pretty decent. Vin Diesel did a pretty decent job. As well as Isa, I think I pronounced Isa Gonzalez. She did a pretty decent job. And I thought that this was going to be a hero that was like just unstoppable, like nothing can stop him. Kind of like if you've seen the movie Alita Battle Angel, I thought it was going to be in that realm to where it was like there was no real type of like threat to this person. Like there was no way that this person could put down, and it was going to take the fun out of it. But I was kind of like off on that because it wasn't that. As far as the bad guys were just bad guys. There was no type of like investment in what they were doing, and just like, I don't know, like it's just the generic type of bad guy. But I did like Guy Pearce in his role. He did put off the role great. But as far as the character, like I said, just a regular bad guy. The CG was decent enough. It wasn't the greatest type of CG, but it worked for what they were doing. I really did like it. I enjoyed it. And Lamar Moore was a highlight in the movie. I really did enjoy his performance and all the scenes that he were in. He didn't steal a scene, but he was a comic relief that actually made the movie just a tad bit better. The chase scene was dope. I kind of like, it wasn't like up there as far as the chase scene up in, Gemini Man, but it was close to it. It was dope as hell. And the elevator fight at the end was pretty good. I did enjoy the hell out of it. This is, like I said, a generic action film, but a film that if you want to check it out, I'll give it a pass. I'll say it is a hit for me, but it does toe that line of a miss. I did find some real enjoyment out of the movie, and I think that if you like these type of movies, or if you the generic type of action films and stuff like that, you will probably end up liking this, and it's definitely worth a check out. Don't get me wrong, it's not up there to like the MCU type films. It's not something that's going to be looked back as like something to kind of like emulate, but it is definitely, it does have some entertainment value to it.